What's up, folks? Welcome back to BrickBucks, and if you're new here, this is where we talk about Lego investing. That is buying Lego sets and holding them while the value increases over time, because when Lego sets are no longer manufactured anymore, the price increases, and that is what we do here on this channel. Now, in today's video, I want to talk about how to check the value of a Lego set. How can we know that the value has increased on a set that retired a couple of years ago? If we look at some 2019 or 2018 sets and we want to check what are they currently selling for today, what has the price grown by, how do we really do that? Because I do this a lot in my videos and I give the prices, but I've never shown exactly how I'm checking those things. What are the steps that I'm taking directly to check on those prices to get current values on those Lego sets? Now, in one of my most recent videos, I talked about 2020 retired Lego sets. So these are sets that retired in 2020, and I analyzed how those sets performed over the course of 1 year. So they retired at the end of 2020, and how much did the value grow before the end of 2021? Now, in that video, I had a ton of comments from people saying that I should not be using Amazon's current prices. When I go to Amazon and I look at the price on a listing page, I shouldn't be using that because that doesn't tell us the real value, because that doesn't mean that it is actually selling at that price. And also I saw other comments on that video that said Amazon prices are fake, it doesn't actually sell at those prices, there's no way it sells at those prices because it sells for much lower on eBay or on BrickLink. Now, those are good objections, of course, and the first one is definitely true. We should only use actual sales prices when we are checking the value of a Lego set. We don't want to use listed prices. We don't want to just go on eBay and see, okay, well, this green grocer has been listed for $5,000, so that means the set is selling for $5,000 right now. That's the market price. That is not true. The market price is a price that it actually sells at. That is a price that a buyer is willing to pay. So to those who pointed this out on my video when I looked at Amazon prices, you were absolutely right. But here's the thing. The lowest price on Amazon, when you look at any of those 2020 sets, the lowest price that I used, it is actually selling at that price. The thing is, with Amazon, you can't directly see the sales. You have to use some tools to see it, and you can't easily filter to see recent sales on Amazon. But I can guarantee you that it is selling at those prices. I use a tool that I'm going to walk through here in a few minutes called Keepa, that I can see if it's actually selling or not at those prices, and I wouldn't use a listed price that was too extreme and I knew it wasn't selling at that price. Now, on eBay, it's a lot easier because we can actually see recent sales, and in a lot of my ranking videos and different kind of valuation videos, I use eBay recent sale prices, and I will always kind of say this is based on recent sales. It is not based on just listed prices. It is crucial to be able to distinguish between these two things and only ever use actual sale data when you are checking the value of a Lego set. Now, to the second concern that I heard on that video in the comment section was that these Amazon prices on those 2020 retired sets were not real. The sets actually sell for a lot lower than that on eBay and BrickLink, and a few people said that the market value of this set is not really what I was showing in that video. The market value is a lot lower because you can get it for cheaper on BrickLink. Well, here's the thing. Market value is not just one number. Market value depends on the marketplace, and the marketplace can be different, right? So we have Amazon is a marketplace, eBay is a marketplace, and BrickLink is another marketplace. So the market price is the price that buyers are willing to pay and sellers are willing to sell at on each of those marketplaces. So the market price on Amazon is different to the market price on eBay or on BrickLink. And there can be pretty big discrepancies between the market prices on some of these different platforms because the supply and demand is very, very different. So Amazon, for example, has some barriers to entry. It is harder to sell on Amazon because you need to get ungated or approved to sell Lego on Amazon. So that can lead to less supply than what we might see on eBay, but at the same time, there's also more demand on Amazon because it is just a more popular place for people to go to buy stuff, at least in the United States and in many other countries around the world. So with greater demand and with lower supply, we do see Lego prices go higher on Amazon. Of course, we also have higher fees that go along with that, but the prices that I showed on those sets on Amazon, even though they did seem a little bit extreme when compared to eBay and BrickLink, they are accurate marketplace prices that are currently selling on Amazon in the US. So I just wanted to make those two call outs right here at the top, that firstly, yes, we should only check sales prices. When we're checking the value of a Lego set, we can't just look at listings. We need to know that it's selling at those listings. On Amazon, it's harder to see, but we can use tools to see it. And we need to be sure that it is actually selling at those prices. And then secondly, Amazon, eBay, BrickLink, and any other online marketplace have different market prices. And yes, the price will be different for a Lego set on each one of them. So if you are checking market value, then you should check it on the marketplace that you plan to sell on. Now, before we jump in and actually look at the step-by-step on how to check market value on a Lego set, I do want to ask you, please hit that like button if you enjoy these videos about Lego investing. It really does help me out. And with that, let's jump in now and actually start off. Let's look at eBay. How do we check the price of a Lego set on eBay, or at least the value of a Lego set on eBay? And the way I do this is by just going to ebay.com and doing a search. Now, I actually like to search by set number here because I just find that it reduces the quantity of random listings down a little bit by just searching for exactly what we're looking for here, which is a specific Lego set. If I search for Lego Diner, I might get all sorts of different things that show up in the results. So instead of using just text, I'm actually going to search directly for the set number right here on eBay. And I'm going to use the Lego Downtown Diner as my example here. So I'm going to just do Lego 10260 is the Downtown Diner. So now we have 183 results in this search, and the next thing I got to do is sort by recent sales. So I'm actually going to scroll down, and on the left side here we have a handful of different filter options. I'm actually going to hit the new filter first. Take out any used items. I don't want to see used right here because that is a different market and different values. I'm going to go down, so I have filtered to new, and then I want to scroll right down to sold items. So this is going to show me just actual sales on the Downtown Diner. Now, when the prices change to green right here on your screen, you know that it is actually sold at this price. So right away we can see that there has been a Downtown Diner that has sold for $315. It had one bid, so it was an auction that ended with one bid, and that was the final price that buyer had to pay, plus $10.70 in shipping. And then below this we see another price, $340 with a strike through. The strike through means that it probably sold lower than that amount because, as we see here, there was a best offer accepted. So on eBay you can make an offer, and someone made an offer for probably below this asking price of $340, and that offer got accepted. So maybe they paid $320 or $330 for this. And then we'll scroll down a little bit more. We can see one sold for $375. We had one sold for $330 with $20 shipping, another for $330 with $40 shipping. So quickly we're starting to paint a bit of a picture here. Now at this point you could get very granular and actually note down each of these prices and take an average if you wanted to. Honestly, that's just way too much work in my opinion. You should just be able to eyeball this. You could just scroll down for the last 10 sales, approximately what is it selling for, right? So we can see a handful here that sold for $375. So it's looking like somewhere in the region of $340 to $360 this set is selling for. This one was kind of a low price, so this buyer probably got a little bit lucky. It has sold for higher numbers very recently. This of course was just yesterday. It sold for $375. So, you know, it varies. So we need a bit of an average over the last 10 sales or so, because some of them will be low and some of them will be high. So we can just look at this and kind of say, you know, if we added all the shipping in, I think that the average will be somewhere in the region of $350 or $360 on the Downtown Diner. So that is approximately the market value on eBay. And that's all there is to this, folks. We're searching for a set. We're trying to remove as much kind of fake or false items from the search results as we can. So we're searching by the set number. You don't have to do that. You could search by the set name if you want to, but just often you'll see all sorts of different things showing up in that search. So I search by the set number, and then I just filter for new items and only look at sold items. And then when the prices go green, we know it's actually sold. It's a sold listing. This is not currently for sale. It is sold. And then we just look at the last 10 or so sales and figure out what would the approximate average be of those sale prices. That is approximately what people are willing to pay for the Downtown Diner. This is much more powerful than looking at actual listings that are currently live and that haven't sold, because some of those could be extremely inflated prices and there's no proof that a buyer is going to be willing to actually go ahead and pay those prices. So this is how we want to look at market value on eBay. Moving on now, let's actually go and check on Amazon.com. How do we check the market value on Amazon.com? Now, like I said before, we can't see recent sales on Amazon. They don't show it to us. Now, the good news is, usually, the vast majority of time, because Lego sells so quickly on Amazon, it's just the volume is so insane on Amazon, whenever we look at the lowest price on a lot of these sets, that is gonna be selling at that price. It's almost a guarantee it'll be selling at that price. Now again, you can prove it by looking at a tool called Keepa, and I will show you how that looks in a second, but almost always, if you look at the buy box price or the lowest market price on Amazon, most of the time, these sets are selling at those prices. That is almost a guarantee, and let me show you what I mean by this. So I'm gonna search for Lego Downtown Diner. I don't need to do the trick with searching by set number here, because on Amazon, everything is bundled under a single listing. So it's not like on eBay where you have all sorts of crazy things being listed and then they all show up in your results. On Amazon, if I search for it and then I find the actual listing right here, that's all I need. So now I'm going into this listing, and we can see that there is no buy box right now. So a buy box is when we have a kind of a big buy button right here with a price on it. Here we don't see a buy box, so we just see this button saying see all buying options. If I click see all buying options, then what is the lowest price that I see here? Well, the lowest price is $358 or so, and $12.22 for delivery. Then we have a handful at $370, also with free delivery. Now this is gonna be the market price, and I know we talked about how we want to see sales, we want to make sure it's selling. This set is definitely selling. It is definitely selling at these prices on Amazon. We can't see it right away unless we invest in Keepa, but it is definitely selling at these low prices. If you look at the lowest price on a Lego set on Amazon US, almost always it is going to be selling at that price, at least at that price. Maybe it's even selling above that price, depending on whether there's a buy box or not. Now to prove this, I'm just going to go click back out to the listing page and scroll down where I have Keepa installed. So this chart that you see on the screen right here is a tool called Keepa. It does cost to subscribe to this. I can see things like the sales rank here and how the sales rank changes over time. And whenever there's a sale on Amazon, the sales rank will drop. So on this chart here, we have this green line, and let me actually just remove out some of the other stuff here so it's easier to see. We have this green line on this chart right here. That is the sales rank, and every time you see that drop on the line there, that is a sale. So these are sales that are happening, and there's a lot of them. This is a ton of sales action on this set, and this is selling. And since the lowest price is this number of $358 or $358, it is going to be selling at that price, because that's what people who come here to this Amazon listing and click this button to see the options, you know, they're going to be buying it for this price. They might even pay a little more, but it's going to be somewhere in that region. That's going to be the market price. It's going to be more rare that they will scroll right down this list of sellers and pay, you know, $400 for it. It's more likely that they're going to buy one of these top items. Now on Keepa, we can also bring in the prices here. So if I click this button for new, I can see a price pull in here, and this is that low price that we just talked about. So this is showing me what is going on with that price. This blue line right here is a price. It's like a market price on this listing. So if you see the green line going crazy, so there's tons of sales, and you also see the blue line at this $361.50, then you know that that is thereabouts where this set is currently at when it comes to market price. It is definitely going to be selling at that price. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps to clarify some of the questions that I had about checking market value on Amazon and how I was looking at listing prices. The reason I could just look at these prices and just take one of these low prices as the market price is because the sales volume is so high. It is definitely going to be selling at those prices. There is no other lower price that this could be selling at outside of the prices that we see right here in the listing. Now, you do not need to get Keepa to check market price on Amazon. I'm just kind of showing here that there is tons of sales action, and when we compare the sales action with the lowest market price, we get a lot of confidence that that is at least the market price, if not a little bit below the current market price. But you don't need Keepa to do that. All you really need to do is look at the low prices on Amazon. If you just open up a listing on Amazon and you look at the lowest price that that set is available for in new condition, you can be pretty sure, as long as that set is selling at all, which pretty much every Lego set over the last 5 years is getting some sales action on Amazon. But as long as that is the case and it is selling, then that market price is that low price in new condition. And that's it for Amazon. So let's just take one more marketplace here. Of course, there's tons of other marketplaces that we could do this for. BrickLink, of course, is a dedicated Lego marketplace for selling Lego parts, minifigs, but also for sealed sets. So let's look at the same example here, the downtown diner. So let's look for the same example here on BrickLink and see how can we check the market value on a third marketplace, because again, as a quick reminder, each marketplace is going to have a different market value. So here I'm going to search again by the set number 10260 for the downtown diner, and I'm going to click into the listing. Now again, we can see this tab right here for items for sale. I'm actually going to scroll in a bit here. So we see items for sale right here. We can scroll down, we can see all of the ones that are currently for sale. We can see new condition and used condition. However, of course, we want to see sales. We don't want to see current listings, because that just does not tell us that there's a buyer out there willing to pay those prices. So how do we see sales here on BrickLink? We can click this tab right here called Price Guide. Now, this is amazing. This is so much better than what eBay or Amazon give us, and I'm forever thankful to the team at BrickLink for giving us this information. Please don't ever take it away. It is super, super valuable. But right here on this price guide page for each Lego set, we can see this section right here called last 6 months of sales. That is such good information for us to be able to see. So we can see in new condition, in the last 6 months, we had 285 sales of the downtown diner on BrickLink. There was 305 available during that time frame. And the average price right here, the average price that this set sold for on BrickLink is $266.44. Now the max price was $371, so considerably higher, but the average is right there, $266. That's quite low, but of course this price is still growing all the time. So looking over 6 months of averages, it might kind of drag the realistic kind of expectation down a little bit. So what we could do is actually just look at the month of January, right? We've got right here, we've got January. And so we can kind of see right here what is happening in the month of January. We can scroll down and we can see the average again. Right here for January is $298.72, which is considerably higher than the average that we saw for the last 6 months, $266. So in the last month, the average has been almost $300 on BrickLink. We can see the specific selling prices right there as well. So that $298.72, that is a perfect market value here on BrickLink in my opinion. But of course, that's just for BrickLink. And again, market prices will be different on eBay and Amazon. So we can't take that price and say this is what the set is worth, because that is just what it's worth on BrickLink, and that is going to change. But if you're a seller on BrickLink and you want to avail of the really low selling fees that BrickLink have, this is a great way to understand what some of your sets are worth in current market. And then of course, the amazing thing is they also list some of the previous months here for you. So you can actually scroll down, you can see December. We can see the average price in December, which was a lot lower. We can scroll down through November. We can literally see the appreciation on this set and how fast it is growing month by month, which is just amazing. You could actually make an Excel file and even create charts and stuff for yourself based on value changing on BrickLink from these numbers. So there you have it, folks. Those are 3 different marketplaces with 3 different market prices on the downtown diner. That is how I check values on Lego sets. And in some of my videos, I will use eBay prices because I know that most of you are eBay sellers, and I do try to do that. But I also sell on Amazon, so I will talk a lot about Amazon as well. And just know that the prices are going to be different on both of those. Amazon will probably carry a little bit of a bump over the eBay prices, but that's okay. We can still do great on either of those 2 platforms or on BrickLink, as we can see here. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, again, please hit that like button. It is very, very helpful. And also, of course, if you want more information about Lego investing, make sure you sign up to my newsletter, Brick Scoop. It is completely free, and that is where I will send additional information about my strategies, different things that I'm working on in my Lego investing business. Sign up in the link below in the description for Brick Scoop. And with that, I'm Shane from BrickBucks.net. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.